on the long read Sunday. There we go. Nathaniel Whitmore list. Balaji and decentralize or be nationalized. Tell me more about this.
So this is kind of, I think there's a common thread running through a lot of the stories this week. And just kind of, it's because it's what's going on more broadly speaking. And I think there's this, the regulatory questions are not right now just about, are tokens going to be considered securities? There's a larger issue of what the relationship between governments and technology companies in general and crypto companies in specific is going to be. So you see the drums beating with antitrust legislation around companies like Facebook in the US,
right.
The idea that potentially Instagram or WhatsApp would be forced to be spun out again. And I think that there's kind of a worldwide this interesting question of just what governments can do to take on these tech companies, which have grown such a huge force. And so what Balaji is pointing out is that there's kind of two very different potential outcomes. One is almost governments kind of nationalizing, or at least treating them effectively like utilities and arms of the state. And on the other hand, there's the decentralize argument, or ideal, maybe, let's put it for now, where these companies become something that's different, right? So Fred Wilson also kind of wrote about this week. He wrote a piece called Open Up Instead of Break Up, or Open Up versus Break Up, where he suggests that a more effective action than trying to, quote unquote, break up a tech company like Facebook is to force it almost to become a protocol, where it has a different openness to people leveraging the data and building things on top of it. So, whether that's just highly idealistic or not, I think that obviously those of us in the crypto community who are watching it are pretty interested in some of these ideas as well. So again, for me, the Balaji's particular tweet, I think, is just emblematic of a much larger conversation of this.
And I think very well picked, because I think exactly as you mentioned, decentralization, which has now become, and you rightfully said so, an ideal.